Good morning, guys. Welcome to a new weekend in my life. I've been doing these little weekend vlogs because there's just a lot going on during the week, especially right now as I sort of settle into a new job, and I just haven't had as much time during the week. I feel like I will going forward because yesterday I was just kind of sitting out by the pool at 3:45. No, I guess it was about 4 o'clock. I had gotten home, done chores, and made it out to the pool by like 4:05, which was awesome. So I'm really liking my new schedule. But in the mornings when I used to film most of the time, I am like just rushing around trying to get stuff done. It is currently 6:22. I need to be out the door by 6:45, and I need to take Luna out and get her ready because she's going to be on her own for the whole day. I wanted to show you guys because I don't know what to do with my outfits anymore. I'm not an athletic girl, so, you know, like I like being active and I like working out, but I basically just usually work out in my work clothes or in like my pajamas. So I have no idea what to wear. I'll show you what I'm wearing today. Okay, honestly, I don't like, I just don't know. This top is by Under Armour. I thrifted it. The shorts, I don't even know. I think these are actually from Walmart. Yeah, they're the Athletic Works shorts from Walmart. They're a great length for school. It's not my preferred short length, but it is what it is. I have to wear longer stuff at school. And I just kind of tucked the shirt in. It was so hot. We were outside yesterday. It was so hot. I think I need to find some tops that don't need a cami underneath because it's just honestly like an added layer that's too hot right now. All right, so quick recap of my first week because it's been a full week now. It is Thursday and I started last Thursday. Sorry, it's dark. I'm heading down the stairs to get ready to take Luna out. Yeah, so it's been going really well so far. The first couple of days, the kids had to be in assemblies during their specials, which PE is a special for the kids. And so we didn't get to do class with them the first couple of days. Yesterday, we got to do class with the first graders and the kindergartners, and it's really fun. It was just busy the whole time. I also have a lunch duty with kindergarten, which is also really fun. I really enjoy that. So I really like my coworkers, that I work most closely with. I don't get to see or talk to a whole lot of other people in the school during the day because it's just, we're all so busy doing our own things. So that's fine. I'm really glad that I like the people that I work with. So yeah, so far so good. I am having a good time. There are challenges for sure, but I feel like I'm starting to get my voice, starting to be able to be a little bit more stern. I wasn't sure like what my place was when I started, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at figuring things out. So anyway, I've got to go take Luna out and finish getting ready for the day, but I will definitely check in either later today or tomorrow. We'll keep it going through the weekend. So I'll see you soon. Hey guys, I am just stopping in because I wanted to show you the afternoon downpour today. I am not going to stay out here long because I don't know how well you can hear me with the rain behind me, but it is really coming down. We are heading over to EPCOT this afternoon. As soon as it slows down just a little bit out there. I am hoping to do Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time ever. I don't know if it's going to happen. I will let you know for sure if it does. I don't know what the wait's going to be like. I don't know if I'm going to lose my nerve, but I have motion sickness patches and I'm going to try for the first time ever to do Guardians of the Galaxy, and we will see how it goes. For those of you who don't know, it's a roller coaster and it's got screens, and so anything with virtual reality is really difficult for me. I get motion sickness with anything having to do with VR. So we're going to try it. Maybe. Worst case scenario, I'll close my eyes and I won't be able to see anything in the ride, but I won't have motion sickness. All right, let's go to EPCOT. All right, here we go into EPCOT. We've never gone in this way before, but look, there's the monorail over there. I don't think we've ever gone in this way before. We always go the other way, so this will be fun. We're coming in where the buses come in, so it's definitely way off to the side.
What's the wait?
Alright, here we go. The wait for this one is 65 minutes right now, so I have time to think about it.
EPCOTers, EPCOTians, citizens of EPCOT. Does anyone know what they call themselves? What? I'm on? Sicko. EPCOT-tarians.
All right, guys, I did it. There's the backdrop. We're just leaving the ride. I will say I feel a little bit queasy. I had the patch. It's back here. I do feel a little bit queasy. It was fun, but I had to close my eyes through a good part of it so that I wouldn't feel sick. But it really was. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I went outside my comfort zone and did it. I'm just saying to Bill that I love EPCOT in the evening. I go on my favorite ride to calm my stomach and let me decompress from that craziness. This is just what my soul needs right now. This is a much shorter line. It was a 65-minute wait for Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a 5-minute line. It's actually probably just a walk-on. Front row seat. My favorite way to ride this ride.
A manera de recordatorio, no tomar fotos, flash y luz de video antes de llegar al final del. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm. Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from EPCOT and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. Source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many of them, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long. Accounts for nearly half of all
okra.
Their parts to improve the quantity and quality of food that we call reliable. Together, we can continue to find more ways.
We're gonna get some poutine from here and then do a walk around the World Showcase. Alright, here's our beautiful poutine. So good. Eating in front of the little waterfall here. Super picturesque. Just had to stop and show you guys the view right here. Look at this. Florida sunsets are like a whole nother ball game. So pretty. Right, our last ride of the night is going to be Spaceship Earth because they are closing it for refurbishment pretty soon. Like, I think I saw August 25th, so I really want to do it one more time. I don't know what the refurbishment is. I think it's not like a super long one, but I always get nervous and I want to be able to go on it in case it's going to be a while before we can do it again. This is one of our favorite rides. Minutes.
You're doing great.
Solar power from your oil fueling station, you're off. Don't worry about the house. A PDA with remote control can take...
Time to say goodbye to date night at EPCOT. We're heading out before the fireworks show because we've seen it fairly recently. It is really fun to see, but we're ready to go home, have some dinner. Last monorail sighting of the night. There she goes. You see the lightning. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday. I thought we would have just a little chat about my first week of work and how it went because I haven't talked to you really much about it all week. So the first week I feel like went really well. I think that I have a lot to learn, especially when it comes to sort of the disciplinary side of things. I have never worked in a school where I was in charge of student behavior, and so that part I think I definitely need to kind of get some tips. I don't know what to do when kids act up to a point where I need to really do something about it and not just talk to them, like when it comes to maybe writing them up or whatever. So that's something I need to figure out. However, these kids have been almost completely really well behaved. So we've spent the first week pretty much in the auditorium a good part of the day. So the kids have all spent most of this week kind of learning about behavior expectations and all that fun stuff that they need to know about to have a successful year. However, the first graders and kindergartners are too young to sit through 50 minutes of learning about expectations. We've had PE classes with them the last 3 days. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we did PE with kindergarten and first grade, and they were so cute. They're so much fun. They cannot sit still. They do not listen super well, but they're so cute. Like, they want to try, they want to do well. They just don't have the tools yet to be super great at those things, and that's why they're in school, that's why they're learning, and that's why we're teaching them. So the rest of the grades, second, third, fourth, and fifth, we were in the auditorium all day with them, and really our job as the specials teachers were to monitor their behavior, to make sure they were listening to the speakers. That could be a little difficult at times because these kids did not want to sit every afternoon for 50 minutes or every morning 50 minutes in an auditorium and listen to someone talk at them. So that part was a little bit of a challenge for them, and I understand that. It was a challenge for me. I felt like I was falling asleep a few times, but it was a necessary thing. So starting next week, we'll be in class all day with all of the kids. However, because I live in Florida and it's so hot, it's too hot to be outside a good part of the day. So we'll be able to be outside in the morning with the kids, but in the afternoon we'll have to be inside, and that means being in the auditorium with them, doing some sort of exercise. It's not a humongous auditorium, and we're teaching about 70 kids at a time. So yeah, it'll be interesting. However, my first week I would say went really well. I really like the people I'm working with. I work with the PE teacher and then one other PE para, and they're both wonderful. I spend pretty much my entire day with them, so that's good. We're bonding and getting to know each other, which is a good thing. And just overall, I feel like the atmosphere at the school is really nice. I feel like the teachers and the paras are all kind and friendly. They always say hi to you when you're in the hall. Everyone seems to be in a good mood in the mornings when you walk in the door, which I know that sounds weird, but that was not always the case in my last job. So I'm glad to have a welcoming environment. But anyway, yeah, it was a busy week. I am looking forward to going back and seeing what PE class full-time looks like starting next week. And then maybe in like September, we can be outside all the time with everybody. I think yesterday the heat index was like 105 degrees, so that's just way too hot to be outside, especially in the afternoons with kids. So yeah, so that was the week. Last night was so much fun at EPCOT. I said to my husband, I feel like we don't get enough time together these days. Like I feel like we're not having enough to sort of like date time. So he said, yeah, we really need to make more time because we have such a great time when we go and do things. We just haven't made a lot of time. The other thing I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys was that the song we got for Guardians of the Galaxy was Disco Inferno. So that was really fun. That's the one my husband wanted. But if you've never been on Guardians of the Galaxy, you get one of 6 different songs when you're riding the ride. So you kind of like have a soundtrack when you're riding. And yeah, so we get to hear Disco Inferno. All right, guys, I'm going to probably get some chores done around the house. That it's a little bit of a mess. It needs cleaning for sure. And I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go grocery shopping, and then I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day doing some crafts and some things around the house. I will show you guys what I get up to, but yeah, just wanted to give you a quick little update on the work situation. All right, so my first plan for the day is to do some crafty stuff, and I think I'm gonna do that because Bill is upstairs working in the office on his computer, and I was thinking my desk is in there as well, so I can kind of be in there with him hanging out, but be working on crafty stuff. But this is the thing I've been wanting to do something with. I just don't know what yet. Tell me if you guys have any suggestions, because I can always repaint it, but I have no idea yet. Okay, so I don't know if any of you will remember this, but this is something I bought at Goodwill, and it's just like this little wooden, I don't know, container thing. And then these are ceramic. They're like, I don't know, just a light ceramic stuff. So I'm hoping I can paint over them with acrylic paint, but I have no idea. So I'm thinking of painting this either like either white or like a turquoise color. Turquoise is just my color. If you guys remember, I repainted this plant shelf about a month ago, and I just love the turquoise shelves. They were brown before. I just love painting things turquoise. Look in here, even everything is bluish, greenish tones. So anyway, that's kind of my idea for that, but I don't know what to do with the drawers. Should I do them white? Should I do this white and the drawers turquoise? Should I do all different colors on the drawers? I don't know. I don't even know if paint is going to stick on this ceramic stuff. I'm going to do, to start, I'm going to do a layer of white kind of to act as a primer, but I don't know. This is all like, it's like shiny ceramic except for the back, which is kind of more matte, but it doesn't show anyway. So yeah, these are definitely, they've got like age stains on them. I washed everything, but that stuff is not coming off. So it looks like it's been painted in the past. You can see on the top there, it was red maybe at one point, but it's time for a change. So I don't even know what to do with this when I get it painted, but it's so cute. First things first, Luna needs to go for a walk. So I'm gonna take her for a little walk, and then we'll come back and see what that ends up looking like. Okay, the first step is done. I've got the drawers painted and the actual shelf. I don't know what to call this. Anyway, the actual little shelf setup, that part is painted white. I am still trying to figure out colors, but I will let you know what I decide to do. All right, guys, I am actually gonna end this for now. I think I've decided that I'm gonna paint that little, I don't know, what do I call that? It's a spice rack, really, is what it is. I think I'm gonna paint that spice rack gray, maybe, because I'm thinking I might put it in my bathroom on the counter at some point and use it for like hair ties and bobby pins and things like that. I think that might be a good use of it. I really want to use it in the space somewhere, but right now it looks terrible. So when I finish painting it, I think I'm gonna do gray. Let me know what you guys think about that. I wanted to make it more colorful, but I also really want to put it in the bathroom. And my bathroom is like a very kind of ocean beachy themed bathroom. So anyway, I'm gonna go grocery shopping and get that taken care of, come back and just find some other things to do around the house for the afternoon. I'm not going anywhere else besides grocery shopping. So I'm gonna end this video here because I'm gonna start a new video that has nothing to do with any of this when I get home. And I don't feel like having two running at the same time. So thank you so much, guys, for coming along with me this week and for listening to me babble on about how my first week of work went. You guys are always so kind to join me and listen to me chatter on. So thank you. I appreciate it always. I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.